God, that was a pain. I don't even know what happened. I started to join and then
Righty. So, welcome to our Business of Coaching webinar. We're so excited to have you here tonight. It is October 27th. Can't believe we are just on the tail end of closing out 2019. We're so excited to have you here tonight to share about who we are, what we do, and just really help you get an overall great feel of what we do as coaches, so that you can see if this would be a perfect fit for you to join our coaching family. So I am Dana. I have been a coach for 5.5 years now. I started this business when I was 6 months out of a really abusive relationship as a newly single mom. Just really kind of at rock bottom, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and was looking for a way to really rebuild myself and rebuild my life. And my coach invited me to a challenge group, and I said yes, looking to really get myself back in a good place. And it turned out to be, I hopped on a call just like this about 3 days later and went all in with coaching. This has completely transformed me, transformed our life. I have been home and a full-time coach since like the end of my first year of coaching. So this is something that you're going to see from all of our stories here tonight and the things that we cover. This is not like a one size fits all opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to create this to be whatever you want it to be in your life. So super excited to share with you guys. Anyone else who wants to unmute and share a little bit about your story? Go for it.
I can go real quick. Hey guys, I'm Paige Larson, and I have been coaching. Technically, I joined Beachbody almost 3 years ago, and I have been all in with coaching for about 2.5 years, a little over 2.5 years now. So coaching to me really started as something I just enjoyed hobby-wise. I really went all in because I was kind of having FOMO from all the people who were already doing it, and I was like, hey, that's something I've had good results. I might as well just not, go ahead and share. And it got me a lot of accountability. So that was my original why I wanted to do it. It's just really held me accountable to my own journey. And then it turned into something more when I learned about like really how much of the business opportunity you can build from this, and financially what you can get out of it if you are ready to really use it to the full advantage. So that's why I'm here, and that's why I love it so much. It has given our family so much opportunity now.
All right, I'll jump on. Hey guys, I am Stephanie. I've been coaching about 4.5 years now. I actually started Beachbody about the exact same time. I think I was in one challenge group. I did one round of 21 Day Fix, and Dana, who's my coach, was like, why don't you start coaching? I was like, sure, why the hell not? It was really one of those, I jumped into it for like, why not? Let's see what I could do. This is fun. I enjoy helping people. It was the ultimate accountability for me, and I'm still here even though I work full-time and have 2 little kids, because it is, yes, still the ultimate accountability, but the community is something that it's unexplainable. You really, unless you're in it, you really can't explain it. And I've been in strong, centered communities, whether it was in high school or college or whatever, but this is just something totally different. And the additional, benefits, whether it's the income or the perks, which we'll talk about a bit later with trips or swag and things like that, it always makes it fun. So when you enjoy helping people and you want to do it because you enjoy that, getting rewarded for it is always a benefit. So.
I'll go. I am Whitney. I have been a coach. So I also made notes because I like to talk a lot, so I want to keep it short. My name is Whitney. That's actually on my notes. That's just in case I forgot. I have been a coach for 5 years, and I started coaching really for the discount. I needed to get back my confidence. I needed to get back my self-esteem. I was in a really abusive relationship for almost 5 years, and I had just gotten out of that. I was in grad school. I had an internship. I had a full-time job. I just moved across the state, and my brain and my body, everything was just kind of in turmoil, and I needed to get myself back. So that was why I started. And then once I started seeing results and met everyone in this community, there was no turning back for me. There was no way I could ever get that kind of community again. I had lost all of my friends. I didn't have any of them left because they all stayed with my ex instead of me. So this was giving me the opportunity to have that community, get myself back, and yeah, I love them all. Okay, bye.
Okay, and I'll be super quick. I'm Ray. It's Rachel, but everybody calls me Ray. I have been a customer since December 2016. I remember it very well. I was definitely similar to how everyone is describing, at a kind of a rock and a hard place in life of just really not feeling my best. And I just went all in, and similar to Stephanie, started with a 21-day program, just went for it, did it, completed it, and then I've been dabbling around in coaching for about a year. And about this past year, I've been more serious about seeing the business opportunity of it and growing something so I can be home as a new mom, which is really cool.
Awesome. I love it. I love how everybody's stories have commonalities, but we're also very different too. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to screen share so we can get into the meat of our call tonight. Let me see if I can put it on the present option. And let's see, this way, everybody, well, I think everybody's on the phone that's on. So you're just going to have to tune in and listen to what we're going over. All right, let me screen share here. And you guys, if somebody can unmute and let me know if you see this.
It says you're screen sharing, but I got nothing there.
Okay.
There you go.
Now I have to click present. All right, how about this? Can you see me now?
Perfect.
Got it.
Okay. So what we're gonna cover tonight, we're gonna cover why we're here, how we're different, what coaches do, how we earn income, and how to really dream big and start taking action. So first off, Mary Paige is gonna kick us off with, why are you here?
All right. Well, to be honest, I wasn't. I think was I supposed to be the slide or someone else? So why are we here? You're here probably because you might have already started a program that you have found to be a success. You've fallen in love with a Beachbody program of some sort. And maybe you're interested in coaching because your coach has invited you multiple times and you're like, okay, for the love, let me just listen in for what this coaching thing is, really, why are you interested in coaching? Because, what does it mean to you? What are you, what are you going to get out of it? Like we've already talked about, like the accountability piece, the income piece, really the community that's involved with it. And where do you want to take it a year from now? What we like to say is, think of it, as a 1-year kind of plan. Like, what do you want to do with it? Where do you want to be in 1 year? Do you, want to be running this full time, or do you want to be still, maybe having a full-time job and you do this part-time or as a hobby on the side? So really kind of depends on what your wants and needs are there. And then think future wise, where do you want to be 5 years from today? What does it look like, in 5 years? What have you accomplished in those 5 years, and where do you see this going, kind of thing? So really, you're here to really kind of dream big and think of all the possibilities, and we're here to kind of fill you in on what those possibilities can be.
Yes, I love that. I think that a lot of times in our lives, we kind of have this idea that we're supposed to chase this one path, and it wasn't. I know I can say for me that until I stepped into coaching, I had never really thought about like what I dreamed of or what my ideal life would look like, or had the opportunity to create that. And I think that's such a gift that we have as coaches. So Now we are going to dig into some of the most common myths and misconceptions that we get from people interested in the coaching opportunity. So here we go. Here are our most common misconceptions. And Rachel is going to take I'm not a salesperson.
Okay. Somehow I switched views and I didn't know how to unmute myself all of a sudden. I apologize for that delay. I'm actually really excited I get to talk about this because I think this is why I said in my opening how I dabbled at the beginning. And the reason why I dabbled was to get the discounts on the amazing superfoods that we have, which is my multivitamin every day. But I was scared of being a saleswoman that whole time because I didn't really appreciate that what we do is very simple. All we do is we share, educate, and serve people. Like Mary Paige talked about, some of us really the reason why we maybe are here tonight is because we've tried a program or we're interested in trying a program and seeing what this whole world is all about. We're not selling it to people. We're just sharing how amazing it is and how it can be a healthcare preventive measure for people to have in their life and solve a lot of different issues using the same tools and the same community. It's kind of amazing how all of us are different walks of life. Every client is as well. Our customer or fellow member of our community is really who it is. So yeah, we're just sharing, educating, and serving the people. And that's what I love about this.
Okay, so our next misconception is this a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, which is a really, really common misunderstanding we have as coaches.
Okay, so I had coming into this business, I had two big fears. The second fear I'm going to talk about later, but this wondering if this was a pyramid scheme was like my biggest fear. And to be honest, I didn't really know what a pyramid scheme was. I just knew it was a bad thing. And that's just what people said. So I didn't know. So I did a lot of research. I talked to a lot of people. And I'm going to make this fast because this could be a really long conversation. But there's 3 reasons why this is not a pyramid scheme. This is the easiest way to explain it. So first of all, pyramid schemes are illegal in the United States, and this is not illegal. Second is that a pyramid scheme, you will never earn more money than the person that brought you into that business. And that is the opposite of what can happen with Beachbody. Beachbody doesn't guarantee any level of income for anyone, whether it is you, the person that brought you in, the person 10 people ahead of them. You can make more money and you can be ahead of all of them. This does not stop you. You're not capped anywhere. It doesn't, their success is not based on you. So you have the ability to put yourself ahead based on the amount of effort and work you put into it. That is number 2. And number 3 is that in a pyramid scheme, the person ahead of you or that brought you in, however you want to say it, the person that brought you into that business takes a cut of your money. They get part of the money that you make. So part of your commissions, part of whatever money you're making in that. And in Beachbody, we as coaches, we as the people bringing you in, we don't get any of your money. You get all of your money. You get all of your commissions. We don't get a cut of that. So that for me is the easiest way to explain how this is not a pyramid scheme. I guess hot and sweaty because I talk about this one a lot. Okay, that's all.
All right. So I will jump in right now with I don't have time. And I know we all say this for everything, whether it's about jumping into our own journey or even jumping into coaching. I don't have time is the ultimate objection to doing anything. Well, guess what, guys? We will never have the time. It is about making the time. And this comes from somebody who does not have the time. I started coaching, working full-time with a 15-month-old and teaching 2 evening classes at a local college, which not only included those 2 nights that I had to teach, but the other nights making my lectures, doing assessments, grading papers, everything like that. I had no extra time. Now I'm working full time with 2 little children that are now doing activities and such as well. So it's a matter of finding time that works for you. Maybe it's waking up a little bit earlier in the morning. Maybe it's doing it later at night. Maybe it's 20 minutes in your pockets throughout the day. Oh, I have to sneak into the bathroom to, reach out to somebody because I wanted to, and I promised them that I would connect that day. So I'll run into the bathroom while I'm at work. Maybe during my lunch, I'll shoot a couple emails or follow up on some other things that I needed to do. It's about finding what works for you. You could set business hours and block a set of time late at night if that's what works for you. You can do 5 hours straight on a Saturday if that's what works for you. It's about what your rhythm is and really getting into a flow and finding how you can make it fit into your schedule. Because in all actuality, the 30 minutes that you spend watching TV, which everybody does it, and a lot of people say, well, that's my downtime, that's my relaxing time. But how often are you multitasking while you're sitting in front of the television watching your show, scrolling Facebook, scrolling Instagram? That 30 minutes, instead of scrolling, you could be working your business while watching your show with your spouse. So it's really just a matter of finding what works for you and how to make it work. If it's something that you want, you'll be able to find the time. Okay? That was my abbreviated version. Just putting it out there. I could go a lot longer. Okay, I'm going to pass this on to who is not at their goal weight.
All right, that is mine. And let me tell you guys, my journey has been not a straight line, but I started it because I wanted to lose 12 pounds. And I probably had lost only 12 pounds in like 6 months. So I wasn't fully I was at technically what my goal was, but I didn't realize I had so much more potential in myself. And so a lot of people think that they have to come into this business looking the part. And that's not the case at all. I had only lost like 12 or 15 pounds at the time. But as soon as I started coaching, I wanted to push myself even farther to see what I could challenge myself with. I ended up losing an additional 35 pounds with a total of 50 pounds over the time period. So that meant in the 6 months actually between when I started going all in with coaching, and that following Christmas, December, I hit a 40-pound. I lost 25 pounds in 6 months after going all in coaching. So I lost more weight than in the previous 6 months of actually doing the programs. And so it shows you that having that extra accountability actually pushes you further into your journey, and you don't have to be at any specific size. You don't have to look a certain way. Everybody is their own person, and people can relate to your story. And that's kind of what it boils down to. People wanted to watch me go through this. As I went through each new challenge, they wanted to see me going through the moves, because I'm a real person, and I was sharing openly about my struggles and my, ups and downs and all the things that people can relate to, because your journey is not a straight line. And so that's why we kind of stress that you can start coaching anywhere, even if you're at the very beginning. You can recruit other people to help you stay accountable, and help them join the community just with you. And then as you kind of get through your own programs and you get through your own, whatever, maybe your first milestone or whatever that might be, you start sharing more, and people are kind of like watching you and getting more intrigued. And so that's why we like to say, once you start coaching, you're sharing the journey. You don't have to share the end result. You have a lot more to talk about during the journey than you do when you get to your end result. So there's my little spiel about that.
Yes, I love that. And I think most of us were not at our goal weight or at our ideal level of fitness when we started coaching. Definitely makes you more relatable. So I'm going to cover, I don't have money, because I think a lot of us have this objection too. I know I certainly did. Like I said, I was a newly single mom. And what it came down to was prioritizing my health and my wellness, because when I sat down and I realized how much money I was spending on iced coffees and going out to eat a few nights a week and just wasting on things that were doing nothing for me or my wellness or my health, it was very easy for me to wrap my head around how this was a worthwhile investment, but also how it was going to be something that benefited me so much more in the long run. And the beauty of it is that as you're diving into coaching, to start your own business that has the potential to earn a full-time or a part-time income, the only investment that you're making is the investment in what you're starting with yourself for your own products and your own programs. So that's amazing. And I'm from a small town and I don't have a big social media, which was also me. I live in a really small town. And being that I didn't go out a lot, I had a 1-year-old baby. And the beauty is that with coaching, you have millions of people that you have the potential to help at your fingertips with social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And we teach you how to do the basic things to really learn how to create a following and share your story and connect with people just like you. So it doesn't matter where you live, and it doesn't matter whether you know anything about social media or not. Those are things that we teach you along the way. So hopefully that helped you overcome some of the misconceptions that you may have had. Moving on, we're going to talk about some of the hidden perks to joining this business. Ray, that is you.
Okay, did I get it?
Yep.
Okay. I cannot see the slide anymore, but that is okay.
You can't?
No, I don't know what happened. I've been trying to figure it out the whole time someone else has been talking, and I can't figure it out. I don't know what I did. I'm in like a different view.
You can't see on the screen?
But basically, we've gone over a lot of the perks of this opportunity already. The biggest and foremost perk to me is the community. Meeting these ladies on the interwebs, re-meeting Dana from a past life of mine as a synchronized swimmer. But also what's really cool about the coaching opportunity through Beachbody is that you get to lean on this really strong corporation to start your own business. So much different from other entrepreneur opportunities in the wellness arena right now, which is obviously really big. We see that our world is shifting towards this. Leaning on the corporation means that there's perks of vacations, monthly swag, those little and big opportunities, all depending on how much you want to put into the business. Whether you want to put in more time up front and grow this to be a full-time income, or if you want to take your time and build it to be something more part-time, whatever you put in, you get back also from the corporation. And then lastly, the other big perk to me is what we've continued to talk about throughout this entire evening is the fact that you're more accountable to your own journey, and you get growth of yourself from that. Because you are putting yourself out there to other people, you grow in ways that you don't think you will, but you will, because you start applying all of these business principles, all of these wellness principles to every facet of your life, and everything advances and progresses. And it's a really beautiful thing. And I'm not just saying that.
Love it.
Okay. So I'm going to talk a bit about how we are different. There are so many different MLM companies out there these days. And for those of you that are kind of like MLM, because this is a new world to you, it's multi-level marketing. And we're looking at network marketing. And one of the things that makes Beachbody stand apart is that we have 3 main features. There is the comprehensive approach. Guys, when you are working with Beachbody, when you are partnering with Beachbody, when you're a Beachbody challenger, whatever it is, you are getting the total package. You are getting nutrition, fitness, supplementation, support, and mindset. You are getting the convenience of working out wherever, whenever you want. You don't need to leave your house. You are getting full-on nutritional support with meal plans, with shopping lists, with meal prep ideas, with set different types of nutrition plans that are all developed by registered dietitians and nutritionists and provided to you to make your best educated decision as to which plan would be best for you. Not everybody is the same. Everybody's body is different, and everybody response to food and eating is different. Some people may need a more structured way. Others may need a little more of a relaxed way. And that's okay, because with Beachbody, you are given the option. You can decide which works best for you. Supplementation. It's not just about the fitness component. We have so many different options in terms of our nutritional shake, which is by far way past any other nutritional shake on the market. And that could be a whole different discussion that's not going to be here. But let's just put it out there that there are 5 different blends in this shake that goes through rigorous testing before it's even put out in the containers to you. Okay, that it is packed with vitamins, minerals, probiotics, digestive enzymes. Guys, this is the best thing you will ever find. I drank it all through my pregnancy instead of a prenatal vitamin. It is just the best. Anyway, I could go on about that. So you have your nutritional shake, which is your vitamins and your minerals. You have snacks, which are beach bars. You have workout supplements. So you have your pre-workout, your post-workout. You have your overnight muscle recovery. You have your creatine. You also have kid-based products. We have Daily Sunshine, which is nutritional shake for kids. We all know our kids have problems when it comes to eating vegetables. Well, this is vegetables in a delicious chocolate shake, guys. So good. My kids are obsessed. So we also have mindset and support. Now, this is not just as a coach, this is something that you have to do. So we talk about the accountability and the support from each other. But one of the things that I love most about this company is how they stress the importance of personal development, about reading books that work your mindset and give you self-growth, self-discovery, and self-improvement. So it is the total body package, okay? Then free coaching. You get free coaching from your upline, whoever sponsored you, whoever, helped you, held your hand through your journey, got you to join. You have everybody above them. You have the corporate office provides trainings. There's always 4 times a year we have events where you go and you learn, and you are, again, the positive mindset and learning new information that can help the company, help you grow. There are nutritional certifications where you can better understand the different nutrition programs that we have. And then the number one event is our annual event. It's a 1-year convention. And it is full of keynote speakers. We have some of the best personal development trainings and workshops to help build your business. You are never alone. There's always somewhere to reach out, whether it is via social media or via the company's website, to give you the support to help you build your business. Just, in a little bit of a side note, we've been around for over 20 years. Okay, this isn't a company that just came overnight. It has been going on for 20 years, and all of the products are backed by science. Nothing is just put together and put out there. Everything has been research-based and comes from a long line of testing and development. And if it's not good enough to be released, they're not releasing it, and they're revamping it before they put it out there. So it definitely stands alone and stands above so many of the other companies out there.
Okay. Nice work, Steph. We surely are different. Okay, so we are going to talk about now what successful coaches do, because you might actually be thinking, this sounds really awesome. I want to be a part of this. But you're like, what do you actually do as a coach? So first and foremost, we are products of the products. We fall in love with the products that we use based on our goals and our own lifestyles. Just like Stephanie mentioned, we have a lot of different options for a lot of different reasons. And you stay committed and you share that journey. So it's important to always be in a process of transformation as a coach and showing up and really living this as a lifestyle, which I personally love this component, because like a few of the girls have mentioned, this is like the ultimate accountability to really being committed to your fitness and your nutrition, and not being perfect, but really working to live a happier, healthier lifestyle so that you can therefore be the example of how others can do that as well. Authentically sharing your journey on social media. Like I just kind of mentioned, it's not just about being committed to that, but sharing the process of it, the ups and downs, being relatable, like Mary Paige had mentioned, with not being at your goal weight. So like we said, it's not about being perfect, but it's about showing up and helping people see themselves in your story. That if you can do this, they can totally do this too. And you'd be surprised just how much of an influence you have on the lives of other people that have no idea where to get started, how to be healthy, how to make time for this. And you really get to be the example of that and then share that to help and inspire others. The next thing that we do is we invite people to join us on this journey, whether we're inviting people to join our challenge groups or we are inviting people into the coaching opportunity. Most of us will all tell you that once you've really experienced a transformation in your own life, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, and even financial with a coaching opportunity, and you've developed that community and you're feeling more positive and more confident, it just transforms your life so much that you cannot help but want to share it with other people. And so we invite people to join us almost every single day on this journey. So that's a very important part of coaching. We always suggest helping 5 people get started every month on their own journey so that you are doing your job, consistently helping people as a coach, but also working to really grow your business as a coach if you want to have a successful, thriving business. And to increase our impact by sharing the coaching opportunity. So if you've ever thought about it like this, you could teach one person how to do what you do, or you could teach 5 people how to do what you do. And myself, I could only help a certain amount of people a month, but together as a team, we can help hundreds of people over the course of a year. So this really becomes something that is not just our own mission, but a common mission that we share because of how impactful what we do really is. So that is a little bit more about what successful coaches actually do. And now we're going to quickly cover the compensation plan. So if you would like to have more in-depth ideas on the compensation plan, you can actually log into our Team Beachbody website and see some examples of incomes. And I'm going to show you some on the next screen. But this is really something that is, you can think about 2 different things when it comes to network marketing. There are companies that are just based on sales, and there are companies that are based a little more on team building, and it really depends on what you want to grow. And we help you decide what that looks like for you depending on what you want to see happen with this opportunity in your life. But we wanted to quickly explain front end versus back end income and how heavy back end income works. So when you're starting out as a coach, all your income is based off your commission. So you're making a 25 to a 40% commission on anything people purchase for you, get started with when they're getting started with their own journeys. And that's basically where your income comes from. And as you start to grow and you start to have a customer base and you start to develop a team, we have the ability to earn team cycle bonuses, which is where your residual income comes from. And as you grow, like I said, that front end income is mainly commissions. So you're doing a lot of work for less income. And as you grow, you're doing less work for more income, if that makes sense. That's a little tricky to understand if you've never been a part of network marketing, but it is the beauty of creating a business that can provide residual income when you're not working. And for a quick example, like a personal example of this, I was struggling with a lot of health issues in the last year, and I had to scale back how much I was working my business. And the beauty is that because I built such a solid business the last 5 years, that didn't necessarily affect me like it would have if I was in a normal job and wasn't able to work as much. So it's the beauty of network marketing. We also have the opportunity to earn matching bonuses. So we get rewarded for our team being successful. So the beauty of this business is that you cannot be successful without helping other people be successful, whether that is with their health and fitness or with this business. It is really about showing up and helping other people be successful with their own journeys and their own businesses. And we get rewarded from our company for that. And then quarterly Star Diamond bonuses, depending on what ranks you grow to within the company, which that's not going to make any sense to you right now. But there are incredible quarterly bonuses that you are able to earn based off ranks that you get to. So that's just kind of like the cherry on top of what you're already earning in your business. And just wanted to show you a quick little example for reference of how much earning potential there is at any given rank. And just to give you a little bit of an idea, an Emerald Coach just simply means that you have helped 2 people get started on their journeys. And that's the high and the low of what you could potentially make at that rank. And it's very dependent on how you build your business. And like we said, that is all things that we teach you along the way. Just know that if you are willing to show up and you are willing to be consistent and really be that example, and work at this consistently, that anything is possible for you depending on what you want to grow. And Whitney is going to share with us about team support.
Okay. So this was, like I said earlier, this was my second fear. So as I said at the very beginning, when I started this business, I needed to find myself, but I also didn't have a lot of support. I had my family, and then I had friends from like years and years and years ago that kind of just never gave up on me. Thank God. But I didn't have a lot of friends. So the 2 things that I'm going to talk about right now with support is support with the business and personal support that you get from this team. So support with this business was my bigger fear because I didn't know what I was doing. I was afraid that I was going to like sign up and then have to figure everything out on my own, which is very far from what happens. There's so many opportunities for support from the team specifically, your coach, even corporate. They have, so we've got a lot of things listed here and people on the phone. So there's different calls during the week, team calls every week. Sorry, I talked too fast. So team calls every week. We have National Wake Up Call, which is a call with corporate every week. We have team Facebook pages. There's coaching, new coach boot camp thing. Sorry, I get excited and then I can't speak. So there's all these things to help you be successful in the business, and there's people holding your hand the entire way through this. You do need to put an effort on your own, but there are people that will be there every step of the way. There are people that I reach out to for help when I'm making a post. I'll send it to them and just be like, hey, what do you think? There's people that will help with everything. And that is something I never had in any corporate job I've ever been in. And I recently left my corporate job to pursue Beachbody full time because I love this business so much. Sorry, side note. So also we have, as Steph had mentioned earlier, there's a summit, an annual summit. There's also quarterly events that are in your area, wherever you are. They're all over the country, all over the UK, where you can get together with people, see people face to face, because a lot of this business is behind a computer. And that is a huge piece of this, is getting to see people. And I mean, people that you've never met, you just like run up to them and love them because they're awesome. Okay. So we've got all this business stuff, and then we've also got the personal support. We've got, I mean, these are my best friends, and I need them. Just, yeah, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to cry. So these are the people that I lean on. And all I want to say about that piece is that without this opportunity, without this business, and without the fundamentals of this business, I wouldn't be who I am. They wouldn't be who they are. And I wouldn't have the support network that I have. And I am phenomenally grateful for every single one of them. And that's all.
All right, and it is your turn to dream big. So we are just encouraging you to once again think about will the current plan you're living in your life right now get you to the goals that you have in 1 to 5 years from now? Because I know when someone asked me that, number one, I had never really dreamt for my life, but number two was that I knew that what I was doing and the lifestyle that I was living was not going to get me to the life that I actually wanted. And like we said, this is the beauty of this opportunity, that it opens the door for so many opportunities, like you've heard tonight, for transforming your own life, transforming your health, community, friendships, income, the ability to travel more. There's really nothing that you can't do in this business if you are willing to work for it. So we just really want to encourage you to think about those bigger goals for your life. And if someone said to you, what would your ideal life look like in a year from now or 5 years from now? What would that look like? What would that feel like? What would you be doing? How would you spend your time? And just really allow yourself to dream big and know that that's possible with this opportunity. And Mary Paige is going to share how to get started.
Okay, this is exciting. Okay, this is the best part, right? Because now we're also super pumped. We found out like all the perks and we're like, okay, coach, how do I sign up? Super easy. If you're brand new to Beachbody, you've never ever done a program, obviously contact your person who invited you to this call. Check in with them and just say, oh my God, this was amazing. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I'm ready. How do I sign up? She and you, if you already haven't talked about what your goals are, we'll go ahead and do that and get you signed up with a challenge pack that's going to fit your needs, your goals the best. And that way you are set up with all the tools that you need to start seeing those results immediately, so that you're sharing, being a product of the product and getting the success that you're looking for personally. And so the other thing to think about is like, just kind of get excited about the coaching opportunity. Like, this is, you guys have probably heard us say over and over again, the community is a huge part. I mean, the community was my FOMO. Like, I wanted to be a part of this. That was my driving reason why I wanted to start sharing, because I knew that these ladies inspired me and I wanted to keep inspiring others. And so that's kind of how my story unfolded. And so getting excited about like what you want to get out of this, getting a really clear why, like, why do you want to jump in on coaching? What is it going to provide for you? Not only is it going to be, maybe helpful for you personally, how's it going to affect the rest of your family? And just kind of understand, like, where are you going to go with this? Like Dana said, think out 1 year from now, 5 years from now, and what does your life look like? What do you want out of it? And, just coaching, is that going to be the perfect fit for you? I hope so. And that's what we feel like. We personally all feel like this has just changed our lives. So just being open to sharing this opportunity with other people, and open to inspiring other women or men to really kind of, get healthy, because that's really all we're doing here. We personally have found such life-changing results out of these programs. And that's why we, share our story daily to inspire other people. So that's truly, how you get started. If you are already a challenge group member, or you've already been doing the programs for a while, like some of us who got started after the fact, just let your coach know you're like, okay, I'm all in. Where do I go next? And she will take it from there. So hopefully that helps everybody.
Awesome. I was not able to see you guys when I was had my screen open. So I just want to come back in and say, like Mary Paige said, if you're ready to get started, just to reassure you that we have a new coach training now, brand new and revamped, where you can literally go through all of the new coach videos in about 30 minutes to be able to really dive in and get started with your journey. So we are here to help. I'm so glad to have you all on tonight. And if you have any questions, if you're on, you can feel free to unmute. I know most of you are on the phone. If you have a question you want to ask. And if not, we will let you go for the night. Do we have any questions? Nope.
Bueller. Anyone.
Maybe we covered them all.
I
All
mean,
right. Well, I hope everybody has an awesome Sunday night, and hopefully we will see you soon in our coaching team page. Bye, everybody.
bye.